All right, 15 minutes is a lot less than 30, so I'm going to talk even faster this time. I'm just diving into the demo, and unfortunately I'm not seeing it here, so I'm going to have to go off the screen. Okay, which means I can't pause. Can someone help me figure out how to show this? Sorry. I'm the business guy. It needs to be one screen. So Stanza, basically, there's three components of Stanza. The first component, of which what most people think about when you think about an ebook reader, is the reading portion of it. The second component is the online store, which is where you acquire your content from. And the third component is all these books that you've downloaded. It's the library functionality of it. So we're going to go through and hopefully demo all three of these. If that doesn't work, I'll just live with it. Okay. You don't want to see that. Okay, so I apologize. I'm going to have to look and back and do something that no presenter should ever do. But, all right, so this is Stanza. We started up, and the first four items are your library. So this is all stuff that's been downloaded to Stanza already. We're going to pick a book and open it up here. And, oh, this is cover flow. In the Apple world, you have to have bling, and this is some of our bling. No, there's an expectation of aesthetics in the Apple world, and that's one of the things that we have on the aesthetic side. Let me just see if I have the ability to pause this. Okay, I don't. So I'm just going to have to go. So this is Coraline. I was planning on being able to pause it. So this is the reading experience. You tap the right third of the screen, it advances the page. You tap the middle third of the screen and you can see all the menus. One of the key things about Stanza is that while you're reading the book, we try to hide all the menus, hide everything else. It's just the application. Okay, oh, thank you. Nope, pause is not working. Okay, so, anyways, we have 21 different fonts, lots and lots of different font sizing. So this is one of the reasons why the accessibility community loves us. About 100 and I think now 40 different background colors, 130 different font colors. You can pretty much customize just about anything in there, including the hyphenation in a boatload of different languages, because hyphenation in different languages. You can customize your margins, your line spacing, all kinds of stuff. You can set up your perfect reading experience for what is natural to your eye, and Stanza allows this. Again, I have no ability to pause, so no questions in the middle. Anyways, let me see where, okay. You can set up different ways of turning your page, a slide. You can have page curl, which is a cool feature, which I can show you later on my phone. People find that reading white letters on a black background at nighttime is a lot easier on your eyes. So very easy ability to get there. Search the book for whatever text you want. So we're going to search for happy, not glad. And it pulls up all the instances of happy in the book Coraline. Tap on one of the instances, you show it, you see it highlighted down there. Oh my gosh. A bunch of settings. You can find the next through the more settings. Most of these features are new for those of you that know Stanza, so you'll see this in the next version. These are a bunch of new actions. We now have the ability to customize your toolbar. Some people like to say they want to find next as the thing they want on their toolbar. Some people want to have increased the font size in there. Some of them want that black and white night theme, day theme thing going on. For whatever reason, the demoer put in edit info as the thing that they use to customize their menu bar, which is not going to be normal. You have the ability to change your cover. So this particular person, really, really liked the movie Coraline and didn't like the book cover they were already having. So he's going to search through the web for various different covers. Hey, look, there's the movie poster. And that is now the book cover on this particular book. And I know the publishers are getting scared now. You can see how far along you are in the chapter. You can see how far along you are in the book, which is all very exciting. You can move the slider bar to get to a different point in the book or the different point in the chapter. You can go back to just where you exactly were. Ooh, breathe. If you don't like the way the books are organized, let's say it's by alphabetical order or something like that, you can sort it manually and you can have your books show up exactly the way you want to. You can also create collections of books. So you can have your physics collection if you're a student, or you can have your law collection if you're a legal person, or you can have your books I'm reading right now collection. And you can customize that in a lot of different ways. The only good thing about talking this fast is there's obviously a competitor in the audience and they have to keep up with this. One of the things, hopefully we'll come back to it just in a second, you can also see with all your books how far along you are. So right there you would have seen, if you just saw it, was a little gray bar that said, that basically hinted at you were 60%. So if you had a bunch of books that you're in the middle of reading, you can see how far along you are. Okay. The online catalog. So that was all your library functionality and all your reading functionality. This is how you obtain content. As I said, there's about 50,000 free books that are accessible through Stanza, 50,000 for paid books that are accessible through Stanza. So you can actually download Stanza for free and start reading a bunch of books for free without ever paying anybody anything, which is cool. This is the FictionWise bookstore. It's one of 5 commercial bookstores that are in Stanza. You can just see a bunch of different ways of sorting through books. So this is genre. We're going to pick sci-fi. And then you do have to be connected to the web in some form or fashion, whether over the air or wirelessly, to see the online catalog. It is an online catalog. We're going to pick Neuromancer to take a look at real quick. You can see what the price point is. You can see a description of the book. You can see reviews from Goodreads. So we don't have reviews on our site. We haven't started doing that yet. But Goodreads is a great review site. They have a mobile version of their site, and you can check out reviews from Goodreads. You can buy the print edition from Amazon. And then you can go back to the book info. You can also check out people who purchase Neuromancer also purchase other books, so lots and lots of discovery capabilities. Earlier today, I was demoing a book trailer to a couple folks to show them a video trailer of the book. So at some point here, I think we're going to buy now and punch in our username and password in Safari. And basically, we don't enter in any credit card information because we have a huge credit with this store, as you would imagine. This is, of course, only for testing purposes. Effectively sign in, purchase the book, so hit buy now, classic shopping cart type functionality. I think it'll say now go to checkout. All right. The great thing, though, about going this fast is I will actually finish on time. So, very wise. So the purchase is complete. Pop back into Stanza, go to your My Bookshelf page in the FictionWise store, and you will see all of the books that have been previously purchased or downloaded in FictionWise. Normally you don't enter in your username and password because you normally say remember the info, and you just hit continue. I am going to need that beer sooner than later. All right, so we can see that Neuromancer is now available in our bookshelf along with a bunch of other books. You have to hit download to download the book. For whatever reason, we make you hit it twice. That's some of the friction I was talking about earlier. And now you can start reviewing, you can start reading now. So Stanza supports both swiping, the swiping mechanism, which is common in the iPhone world, as well as what Hugh was talking about in a crowded bus where you're tapping the right side of the screen to move forward, tapping the left side of the screen to go back. Here, based on all the books that the support ID has bought, you're going to see a completely convoluted mishmash of books that are the recommendations. If you were a normal person, you would actually see normal recommendations that are pretty good. But 4 or 5 people do testing, and you see lots of random different types of books for us. Okay. Gosh, I don't even know how far along I am. Oh, I'm almost done with the video. Okay. So shared books. This is really interesting. If your computer and you have Stanza Desktop on your computer, and your iPhone or iPod Touch are on the same wireless network, you can share books from your laptop to your iPhone. So Mark's machine is called Chirp. That's why he was looking at the Oedipus trilogy in there. He opens it up, says, I'm going to share this book. You can pull it down from his laptop. He pulls it in, and here you go. He's got that book into Stanza. It's one of the really, really cool features of Stanza. There you can see kind of 60% of the way through Coraline. There's the Oedipus trilogy, the Neuromancer that we downloaded earlier, Coraline with the different cover that we talked about earlier. You can also punch in URLs. So if you know of a book that exists somewhere, you can punch in a URL and get to it, and we support that as well. This is kind of silly. We have a bunch of settings that you can customize and things like that, but we've already shown a lot of that stuff. And that's it. Okay, so, hey. So I'll throw up this last slide so you can see just a bunch of the features we talked about. Anything with red stuff next to it is new in some form or fashion. Colors and themes aren't new. Well, themes are new. Most of that stuff you will see in 1.8. God help us when Apple approves it. And questions? Go for it.
For the nonfiction books, is there anything that approximates the index feature? I mean, if you're looking up reference for page 16 on the Audacity of Hope and you want to go and look it up, but page 16 is never the same.
Right. It does, but it's kind of the classic case of crap in, crap out. So if the things aren't anchored properly and stuff like that, it's not going to work. It's like classic web anchoring. Over a beer, I am happy to demo kind of iPhone the Missing Manual, which has, or I'm sure Andrew would be happy to demo that as well, which has links going over the place to different parts of the book, and you can cruise around that way and navigate that way, which also shows it.
But if you'd opened up the end of the Obama bio,
Mm-hmm.
bio and gone to the very end of it, is it just end, or is there, could one see what was in the hard copy index?
It again depends on what the publishers give us. For a publisher to make what you're talking about work, they have to have anchor tags. So if the thing says, you know, Michelle, page 50, you know, is what the physical book index would say, that would have to correspond. Page 50 in the web world and in the book world would have to correspond to whatever that anchor tag is. So it, again, depends on the publisher, depends on how good their conversion house is and what they're paying them to do.
Similarly, can you do bookmarks? Seems that would be easier to do.
Yeah, bookmarks are fully supported. You can edit what the book say. In the new version of Stanza, if you tap the right little corner of the screen, it automatically will put a bookmark. The analogy we're using is a little dog ear, so the page turns down a little bit. It marks, you know, you saw the percentages and stuff like that on at least a couple of the screens. So it marks down where you are, and that's we have pretty good bookmark functionality for a while. Annotations are the thing that people say that we're missing right now, that you'll probably see maybe 1.9 or something like that. It's coming. Yep.
I'm a happy Stanza user, but I just need to know, I'm having trouble getting my own stuff into it. And so all I want you to do is tell me that I'm not alone.
You're not alone. Based on our forum postings, there are the challenge with using Bonjour, which is what we're using for the connectivity piece that I showed, is that it's super dependent on your wireless hub. It's super dependent on a bunch of things. There is an FAQ on how to get books into Stanza, and we've expanded that now to about 15 different ways of doing it. Book Oven's a really good way of doing it. Caliber, not Book Oven, what was the thing O'Reilly picked up from? Bookworm, thank you. They're book everything, it's Book XX, and they're just, I know, that's the industry we're in. But there's a bunch of different ways now that, because we've seen so many problems with the sharing piece, depending on the wireless hub, which is kind of a sad statement, that there's about 10 different ways you can do it now, including Caliber has some really good ways, and so. And ping me later and I'll show it to you, or I'll get you the URL. Okay, I'm done.